So Jeff,
Yeah.
you were talking about how you got into business
Yeah.
and how you've now aged in the business.
Yeah.
You've been doing it for quite some time.
Yeah.
How do you see the future for yourself?
We're set on a path. And the path that we're set on, sometimes we fall off of that path. For my path, I know it's for me to learn. You're in the kingdom of heaven. Some people want to come back and experience certain things that they didn't experience the first time around, which some people call reincarnation, So my second part of my life, it's to be more in tune with myself, more nicer to people, and to love life.
So who taught you how to cook? Was it mommy? Was it daddy?
My grandmother.
Grandma?
Yeah, so all my cousins know how to cook.
Okay.
They know how to do at least the traditional Filipino dishes like adobo, sinigang. For a long time, I hated life, I was suicidal when I was a teenager. I hated everybody, and I never knew why I had all this hostility in me. So these are dishes that a lot of Filipinos, learn when they're a kid, or if they don't learn it, they know how to eat it, that's for sure.
Right.
Or identify it, So I'm like one of the first generation Americanized. Like, I can speak my language, but I understand it more type of thing, I'm sure there's other people that are like that as well, like they're born here, but they don't speak their own native language, but they understand it. So that's me.
So grandma taught you how to cook.
But grandma taught us all how to cook, and it started off with eggs first, and then my grandma, being married to my grandfather. Believe it or not, when my grandfather was alive, he did all the cooking. My grandma didn't do the cooking. So it's like she had to learn from my grandfather, not the other way around, So yeah, being that my grandfather being a chef, she had to learn from the dishes that he would make. And that's kind of how it was. And then she would add her own twist to it, of course. That sauce better than the one I made. I think it's because that cucumber's too fresh.
It's spicy too.
That's how I like it, man.
Yeah, it's good, bro.
Spicy. I like it spicy.
I like spicy too.
I want a girl with a sense of humor. Even though she doesn't look that good, so what? As long as I can laugh and be happy with that person, that speaks volumes than just like a trophy girlfriend. Because I've had trophy girlfriends. And let me tell you, they're boring, dude. They're self-centered. They really don't know what they want. And when they say, people are like, girls want this, and when they have it, and then they start going through the no's, then it's like, the scale of trusting and loving the person at 100 goes lower and lower. It goes 80%, 70%, 60%, 50%, until you realize, and hopefully it's not too late, you guys are not compatible with each other because you skipped everything that really mattered. The hardest thing for me, at least, and I think I speak a lot for a lot of men who are hopeless romantics, is being scorned by a woman you love is the hardest thing to get over, but you eventually get over it when you're ready to do that. And hopefully it's not too late and you wake up and you're like 80 years old, And I think that part is kind of lost, because again, going back to what I'm saying, when people meet the person that they're talking to, you've already had it all out there. And a lot of people like to over-exaggerate themselves, like, I'm fishing here, I'm in this country, I'm scuba diving there. And yeah, maybe they are doing those things, but what I'm trying to say is people hype themselves up way too much than when reality comes to meeting the person,
Right.
That's all I'm saying. It's in that aspect where you have the internet, you have all that in your fingers. You can already figure out. Whereas before, you got to figure them out. And that was the whole chase, was trying to figure them out. You know what I'm saying? And try to catch them on their bullshit. That was the game.
All right, fellas, you're at the bowling alley with some buddy. when Vivian catches your eye bowling with her girlfriends a few lanes away. Suddenly, Vivian's right behind you, grabbing a bowling ball, but it slips out of her hand. You bend down to pick it up, and you say, what? Let the battle begin.
Striking up a conversation is difficult enough, and since you dropped the ball, how you doing? My name is Derek.
Do you know how much this bowling ball weighs?
Nope.
Enough to break the ice. What's your name?
You dropped that bowling ball close to my foot, right? I'm gonna need your name and number for insurance purposes only.
Yeah, I like that, Slim.
Wow, you are incredible. This ball is an 8, but you definitely look like a 10 to me.
Maybe I need to stay in my lane, but you right up my alley.
I see you in the wrong lane. It must be a sign from God that we should be on a date.
You should let a man do all this heavy lifting. Why don't you join me at my lane and watch me lift your spirits?
You should let me pick that up for you, along with my jaw, because it just hit the floor for you too.
Because you're using
That was
your
the game.
instincts more.
Yeah.
You use your instincts more. You're using what you feel from that person.
That's right.
And something will tell you not to trust them.
That's right.
See, you're feeling them like your animal instinct.
That's right.
Whereas now with these app dudes, they can tell you anything and send you any kind of profile.
Yeah.
And show up when you see them in person. It's like, man, it's not even.
That's not even what's going on.
It's not even the guy.
Yeah.
You sent pictures over of Superman. In the Disney movie, she kissed your frog ass and you never turned into a prince.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You're the only guy, Jeff Juse, hold on a second. Jeff Juse, you're the only guy that's a frog that were kissed. She kissed you and she thought you'll turn into a beautiful prince. And no, you stayed Jeff Juse.